So hi guys, welcome back to our Champions Trophy matches review. So the last 2 days we have had a couple of washed out matches, so that's why we couldn't come yesterday. But some play did happen yesterday where Afghanistan they batted first and then they scored 274, and then Australia were also looking very comfortable in the run chase, and then the rain came and then play couldn't resume and it got called off. So we'll be talking about that. And uh, since the match got washed out yesterday, Australia have sealed their playoff qualifications. So my prediction came true. I had changed that Afghanistan and you had said that Afghanistan and South Africa will qualify. I said I'm making a change. I said instead of Afghanistan, Australia will qualify, and
Yeah,
they
definitely.
qualified yesterday instead of Afghanistan. Even if the
Hmm.
match had happened, I think Australia would were in a winning position and they would have won and they would have qualified. So, anyways, the prediction was coming true, and we
The,
have
the the only thing in favor of Afghanistan would have been if the match would happen that Rashid was still to come. So you never know. Obviously, Australia were their favorite to win, like the way they started the innings.
yeah
Actually, every time, whenever it comes to knockout, they will give such a knockout punch, like
yeah yeah
no chance for the team. The way they started batting, match was over itself in 10 overs. Like they were around 100. They have completed 90 odd runs in 10 overs. And like then still plenty of batters were like still to come, like Labuschagne, English, Carey, Maxwell, and these batsmen was about like still to
Aus-
come.
yeah. Australia
So
batting has never been a problem actually because they're always having strong batters. And once again, Travis Head in an important match again is performing. Like this is actually dangerous signs for India actually going into the
not only India, suppose they get to play New Zealand in the semi-final, then it's a dangerous sign for New Zealand also.
no New Zealand. Well, India won't play New Zealand. No, they both are in the same group.
I'm telling if Australia gets to play New Zealand in the semi-final, then it's a bad sign for New Zealand also.
Yeah, yeah. And even Australian bowlers are also bowling well actually. If you see, that Spencer Johnson he bowled well. Even the new bowling attack, they are bowling well. So we'll come to this. So like. Yeah, so Australia have won and they have sealed their qualification. And so now we have three semi-finalists are confirmed officially, like India, New Zealand, Australia. All three have confirmed officially. South Africa, 90% is confirmed. 10% will, the remaining 10% will get confirmed after today's match.
I guess
So,
10 is also more chance you are giving to Afghanistan. Like it is only 1% chance because if you see the net run rate now, let me check the net run. There is a huge difference between the net run rates of Afghanistan and South Africa. Even if South Africa loses today, they need to lose too badly because the net run rate of South Africa is right now plus 2.140 and for Afghanistan it's 0.990. So for Afghanistan to qualify, South Africa needs to lose by, I guess, more than 200 runs.
yeah, and another thing is Afghanistan have knocked out England. So I don't know whether England will want to help such a team in their qualification.
No, they are. This question comes when you have been capable of helping. Now, you can't like winning from 200 runs. Then obviously, South Africa has to play really bad.
Yeah, yeah. No, but
Suppose they
the problem is since South Africa have also been playing very, very badly in ICC tournaments, like they are not able to win anything at all. Every time they are coming to the knockout semi-finals, finals, they are coming and they keep on losing every time. People get fed up of them. Till then, they keep lose. Still, they keep losing. Because of that, people are losing faith in South Africa. Otherwise, the people would even believe that okay, South Africa is a good team. They won't lose that badly. They will somehow manage. That confidence is not coming only because I don't know what happens to them. They're not proving themselves on the big stage on an important match in semi-finals and finals. You need to prove yourself. When are South Africa going to do that? Is my question. They are not answering. So that's why
Uh,
people.
there was one statement from one of their players that the catch which Surya took in the finals of T20 was
Yeah,
actually because ICC was not looking that the boundary was like beside, has the boundary rope was shifted few meters. So this statement is coming at a time when it is probable, like it is quite possible that India and South Africa play the semi-final. So now I don't know why these statements are coming this time. Obviously there was some issue, but that's now gone. I don't know why they are making these statements now. So we'll come to that. So now
definitely,
let's.
definitely, South Africa will not want to face India again in the semi-finals. Particularly when they are so desperate, they want to break their ICC drought. Definitely, you don't want to face a dominant Indian team because again we will pounce on them. Again, we will stop them from winning. Again, they will cry. Again, they will go back home. It's repeating every tournament. I'm not able to see every time, but they are only testing. It seems.
Yeah, yeah. And various other statements are being made about the home advantage thing, that India is getting advantage by playing in one ground and playing in one ground and staying in one hotel. They don't have to travel. So what's your take on this? Does India have that advantage,
Yeah, India
or
has advantage because they are not traveling to different places. But that is how it is actually. But you can't say that that is India's home ground, isn't it? Dubai is nowhere India's home ground. It is just that they are staying in one place and playing the different matches. Maybe what ICC could have done in their scheduling is maybe one India match they can keep in Dubai, another India match they can keep in Abu Dhabi, another match they can keep in Sharjah. Maybe they could have done it like that. Like UAE only, but in different grounds in UAE they could have kept the match instead of keeping it in Dubai because
uh,
what they are saying is also correct only. If you are staying in one ground and playing all the matches, uh, in the starting it will take time to get used to those conditions. But because they are playing there all the time, they will master those conditions better than the teams who are coming there to play the matches.
and also see the conditions of Dubai and Pakistan are way too different. Like in Pakistan, you are seeing scores of 300, but I don't guess in Dubai that making 300 is that much easier. There is a too much difference in those pitches. And now since India is playing at this ground only, so initially they have picked the team according to that only. If you see even the lineup, there are five spinners. Now, what happens to the other team is you are playing in Pakistan, you have to choose team according to that pitch, and then you suddenly go to Dubai and you have to choose team according to that pitch from that 15 only.
Yeah, yeah.
So the squad is of only 15 members. So I guess yeah, there is some advantage to India, but what can India do for that?
Yeah,
These
India.
geopolitical
No, the
conditions.
ICC should look into this actually. ICC should look in. Maybe they could have kept one match in Dubai, one match in Abu Dhabi, one match in Sharjah. That's not necessary that you need to keep every match in Dubai, isn't it? If they cannot travel to Pakistan, means
And
keep
also
UAE. Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
that they can
And
do.
also the yeah, go ahead.
No, that they can do. I said, yeah, you go ahead. Yeah.
Definitely, because if you see even if yesterday's match was washed out, I don't guess it needed to be washed out. The arrangement which ICC has made is not up to the mark. You are
Yeah.
hosting an ICC tournament after so many years,
What was those drainage facilities actually? I don't understand. Rain stopped a long time ago, and they are not able to wipe the outfield.
and they are using those home wipers which we use in our washrooms to like. How
Yeah.
can you dry field by using wipers? How can you use that? And somebody was saying now helicopters will come. You know, once a helicopter came and they were rotating its
Yeah.
fan high off the ground. Like this is not done, and you never know. But like this is just Afghanistan was not in a good situation. But if the match has been played, obviously Afghanistan would have some to perform because they are playing some good cricket. And now getting
Yeah.
eliminated because
And we never know, isn't it? If the play had resumed yesterday, What if Afghanistan had taken 2 quick wickets, 3 quick wickets? The match can turn, isn't it? So
Exactly.
it is actually unfair on these teams actually when the matches get rained off. Pakistan's drainage facilities is actually very very surprising because if you see here in India, Sri Lanka, and all, once the rain stops, the drainage facilities will get the ground ready within minutes, and the play will resume.
If you remember the Asia Cup, what fantastic job the Sri Lankan groundsmen did. Firstly, they covered the entire ground, and as soon as like the rain got away, the ground was ready within 10 to 15 minutes. You are not covering the ground, your drainage is not good, and then the logistics which you are using is, I don't know of what pre what you are pre-industrialized era. I don't know what kind of stuff they are using. You're using foam, just putting it on and then soaking it with your hand. What are you doing? And you are hosting a tournament.
Yeah, that is actually. I don't know. Even I was shocked actually. Now, actually, we are not able to trust Pakistan grounds because even in today's match in Karachi, even the slightest of rains, I don't know whether that drainage facility will be able to resume the match. They might get washed out today also. But
And
the,
and
but the
yeah,
good is that only 2 matches are there in Pakistan because
huh,
India final and India versus New Zealand will be in Dubai. There will be no rains.
now that's advantageous for a tournament as a whole because one of the semi-final is in Lahore. And imagine if India played in Pakistan, these both semi-finals would have been in Pakistan, the final would have been in Pakistan. Now at least there is a hope that India qualifies, match goes to Dubai, and
Yeah.
at least we are not affected by rain. Now one of the semi-final is in Lahore only. On
Yeah.
I guess
So
fourth.
the thing is, if South Africa has to win today, like if South Africa wins today and tops the table, even if the second semi-final gets washed out, South Africa will qualify for the final as table toppers. So that's why
Hmm.
today's match is important actually for South Africa in that way.
Huh. So obviously India versus New Zealand also becomes important. You never know. There are no reserve days. So one who
It depends on the path actually. Again, if India is going to chase in Dubai, means it will assist India, I think. The New Zealand
uh,
will also want to chase only. I don't think batting first works in Dubai. Chasing
uh,
is
yeah. So now if you come back to that match yesterday,
yeah.
initially Australian bowling was showing signs of inexperience. They were bowling way like the line was not consistent, and
Yeah.
too many sides they were bowling.
Yeah, the Gurbaz got out early. He again another failure for Ramanalla Gurbaz. He hasn't been able to perform in this tournament. So he
Hmm.
got out early. But after that, if you see Sadiqullah Atal and Ibrahim Sadran, they somehow managed to see off the new ball. I think both of them played well. And after once they saw off the new ball, run scoring became a little easy. I think that's why we saw a few boundaries from them. They found a good partnership. Ibrahim Zadran, second wicket partnership, 67 runs between Sadiqullah Atal and Ibrahim Zadran.
Hmm.
But again, Ibrahim Zadran is just scored 177 runs few days ago. You can't expect him to score every match. Like one one lapse in concentration and his wicket he lost it. Zampa picked up his wicket.
Yeah, the ball was not wicket-taking ball. That was very easy ball. He could have played it anywhere. He just tried to cut it and he got out it backward.
Yeah, but it looked as if yesterday was Siddiqul Atal's day because he has scored 85 runs from 95. I thought he will score a century, but he missed out on the century, unfortunately. And then again, I think Hasmatullah Shahidi has played at a strike rate of 40.82 in the middle overs.
Again, same thing, same issue. This is again coming. Teams are not realizing this. You can't use so many balls in a modern cricket. You
Yeah,
got to score more than 300 if you have a pitch like this.
if he had scored at a higher strike rate, Afghanistan could have got to 300 plus, and that could have been
Exactly.
challenging total for Australia.
Hmm.
But then in middle overs, he just completely went to over defensive, I think. What do you think?
Yeah, yeah. And did you see that Nabi's run out?
Yeah, yeah.
The what we say, the cricketing mind which Spencer Johnson showed, how he quickly reached to the batsman end and covered that throw. No? So like teams need to learn, like teams like Pakistan, Bangladesh should learn from these, because Nabi could have been like, he could have scored some big shots, he could have scored some big runs also. So these small things go unnoticed, and these, I guess, these things which Asian teams should keep in mind, like Pakistan, Bangladesh, even Afghanistan dropped to yesterday catch. Like
Yeah,
they
two
dropped the
catches.
catch.
Rashid
Ravi,
Khan dropping catch is so surprising actually. Rashid Khan is the best, one of the best fielders in cricket actually. Even he's also dropping catches. But
that's
Rahmatullah Omar Sai played well actually yesterday. 67
right.
runs, 50 balls.
Hmm.
Because if he hadn't scored, means Afghanistan would have finished with a lower total, and that wouldn't have been enough in any way. So that was good knock. But again, in those Pakistan pitches, these 270, 280 is never enough batting first. You need compulsory, you need to score 300 plus. Then only you have a chance in those pitches.
T20 should be on the line then only. And when you are playing teams like Australia, South Africa, India, New Zealand, even England, you need to have something like some big scores, because now with all those fielding restrictions for around 40 overs, like you need to score big.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's actually the score which Afghanistan got against England was a good score. But they needed a super score yesterday actually. They slowed down too much in the middle overs. Like Australia also, I give credit to Australia because Zampa bowled well. He has given 48 runs in 8 overs. He has taken 2 wickets. And then
And
that Ben
Matthew,
twist.
yeah, all those are good. Like Matthew shot. I didn't know he bowled so well.
Yeah,
7 overs for 1 run.
21 runs, yeah, economy of 3 runs per over, super bowling. And then Maxwell also, he always comes and he always has the knack of picking up those important wickets. And Spencer Johnson also bowled well actually, 4.9 economy, 2 wickets, 49 runs in 10 overs. So if you see, this Australia again, what in ICC, in an ICC tournament again they are peaking at the right time. This dangerous signs for the knockouts.
And one more thing. Now, I don't know whether Steve Smith will get this credit or not, because just
Who,
remember,
who
Steve Smith. Steve Smith, I'll tell you why. Imagine India playing with a team with no bowlers, Dhoni being the captain, and team performing well. Who gets the credit for rotating bowlers? Who gets
Dhoni,
the credit?
Dhoni only.
Will now Steve Smith be considered? Because see, he's getting Maxwell bowls 6 overs, short bowling is 7 overs, and they are bowling 13 overs and conceding only 49 runs and
Yeah,
getting it. Now Zampa is not completing his quota because Maxwell and Short are bowling so well.
yeah. Mm.
That's some cricket. That's some good captaincy from Steve Smith.
Even if they don't bowl, Travis Head can also slip in a few overs.
Travis Head was obviously. So
Yeah,
yes, Australia have announced that we are coming.
yeah.
No matter we don't have Cummins, no matter we don't have all those big stars, but we are coming for the
Now,
trophy.
if India wants to avoid playing Australia in the semi-finals, they have to lose to New Zealand. Will that happen?
But again, you can't say that you can defeat South Africa and not Australia. South Africa are also good team,
Yeah,
and I
South Africa are a good team, but the problem is, well, we all know their problem. Semi-finals, finals are a big problem.
yeah, just a match which becomes so difficult against Australia. So now there are, I guess, some injury concerns also in Indian camp. I don't know whether Rohit will play against New Zealand.
Yeah. There has been some news actually. Even Gill also was unwell, like that they were saying, and even the Rohit Sharma and Mohammad Shami also. But I think even if they are injured, I think they will miss only the game against New Zealand. By the time the semi-final comes, I think they should be fit. So that makes it all the more tough. Maybe they might lose. Maybe because losing to New Zealand is not a big deal. Winning the semi-finals is important. So maybe they might just it's okay. We can rest them for New Zealand and then keep them ready for the knockouts. Maybe that they can take a decision.
Yeah. So let's see what happens. And if we have discussed, obviously Australian batting is like showing good signs. Even Matt Short gave a good
Again,
start. And then
once
it was
again, the, once again, the Travis Head monster. He has arrived very well. 147 strike rate. The way he was batting, it looked like he was scoring a century yesterday. But unfortunately, the rain came and stopped everything.
yeah.
And even Matthew Short is also giving good starts actually. Even in the against England also he scored a good half century. And now today, yesterday he has scored 20 runs from 15 balls. So
Hmm.
he is not a bad option.
And the bowling which he's doing, 7 overs. He has bowled 7 overs for 21 runs. Like I never knew short bowl so well.
He has done bowling in Big Bash League and all. I have seen. So he can bowl.
But
But the thing is, now suddenly Australia again they are looking very dangerous.
obviously. Like I personally reviewed them on the basis of Sri Lankan tour, but I guess they have left behind all those shortcomings and have now are definitely marching to the finals, I guess.
Yeah, Australia losing bilateral series before an ICC tournament is not new. It has kept happening. So again, they have lost another. They have lost some bilateral series before this tournament. But according to Australia, performing in those tournaments and peaking at the right time, that is where they are always so dangerous. Actually, like again, if we see this Australian lineup, without Pat Cummins, without Josh Hazelwood, without Mitchell Stark, without Mitchell Marsh, so many players absent. Stoin is retired. Still, this Australian team is peaking. So,
Exactly.
what is it about this Australian team? They are so unstoppable. These.
They have a mindset of winning. It's all. It's not only about skills. It's the mindset, the fearlessness with which they come to play. Because see, yesterday they were chasing only 274. They could have gone easily 5 and over, 6 and over. But the way with which Travis had started innings was fantastic.
Yeah, yeah. And even though Afghanistan lost yesterday, we have to give credit to them. Like they have knocked England out, and they have shown great fight actually. And for their level, making it to the semi-finals of back-to-back ICC tournaments is a little hard actually. We need to be honest and accept that. Like they made it to the semi-finals in the T20 World Cup last year, so
Hmm.
that itself was a big achievement. To make it twice in a row is not easy. So even though they couldn't make it, still salute to them for showing great fight actually.
Yes, yes, and not only like the condition which is prevailing in Afghanistan, we all know about that, the Taliban thing, all those things we know. Still, they are coming again and again and making us entertain the fight which they are showing. Like they
Yeah,
just at any cost. The it's like the efforts which they are putting even in batting or bowling. And the responsibility, because if you see once the wicket were out, Azmatullah, like the responsibility what he was showing, batters need to learn from him.
yeah, yeah, definitely. Definitely, Afghanistan is playing much better than England and Pakistan now.
Bangladesh also.
Yeah, Bangladesh is expected, but England and Pakistan are supposedly former champions and main teams.
Hmm.
Bangladesh was once upon a time an associate team, but teams like England and Pakistan who are expected to do well, even they have not been able to deliver performances. And Afghanistan is playing much better than both of them. We need to be open and accept that.
Exactly, yeah. So now, uh,
Yeah, so two
what
more
are
group
your I'm asking you prediction about the is it
prediction.
same India New Zealand or
What do you
for the
say?
finals?
Final.
Finals prediction for
Uh, I'm going to predict different actually. I think it's Australia versus South Africa finals.
Wow, that's interesting. Let's see, let's see. Because now you never know what can happen.
Yeah, that's what my prediction is India versus Australia will be semi-finals. South Africa versus New Zealand will be the semi-finals. I think Australia will do something against India, and South Africa will beat New Zealand. That's what I think.
Okay, that's good. Let's see
What is
then.
your?
I'll still remain with India and New Zealand.
Oh, okay. Let's see what happens. And
Yeah.
yeah, so still two more group stage matches left today, and tomorrow the group stage will get finished. So hopefully we'll have, like, if South Africa wins today means then India has to lose to New Zealand to avoid playing Australia.
Yeah.
And most likely South Africa will win today because again England's bowling attack is
Hmm.
too vulnerable actually. Like, I'm not convinced with their bowling attack, and even their batting also, the middle order again is a little shaky. And even Josh Butler has stepped down from captaincy.
Hmm.
Today the news. So this will be today's match will be the last match for Josh Butler as England captain. Limited overs cricket. He was a good
Uh,
captain. He won
yeah.
the T20 World Cup. He won in 2022. But after that, he couldn't deliver the performances in the last three ICC tournaments. So, unfortunately, so now who will be the new England captain actually after this?
Now,
Harry.
if they have to choose someone new, I guess Duckett is a good option.
Or Harry Brook.
Harry Brooks' performance has been an issue.
Yeah. Nowadays, people are saying Lahore were the lights okay. Like, he's giving catch practice. When we were
Hmm.
playing in Calcutta, he was saying like the smog was there. That's why not able to see the ball. And now he's continuing to play like that. Yeah.
Because then Root has not much cricket, like not many years left for Root. Even Adil Rashid is in his last phase. So the only option they have got is now Duckett or Brook. I
Yeah, but
don't know.
Harry Brook, the thing is, he's not been in form consistently. That is the issue actually. If he is in form, means you can give it to Harry Brook actually.
And
But
this captain,
the Duckett is a good option actually. Maybe you can give it to Duckett, but he shouldn't be making arrogant statements like what he made. Like, he was saying like, even if we lose 3-0 to India, we don't care. We want to beat India in Champions Trophy final. And I don't think that is a good mindset to have, isn't it?
now he should say, even if we are beating India in the England tour, we are good to get out of the Champions Trophy. Now he should make this a statement.
Yeah. No, that's the mindset of a leader, isn't it? If you want to lead the team, you want to captain the team, means you need to have as a positive mindset. You need to my mindset should be positive, and should be thinking how to develop England cricket. That's what his mindset should be.
And avoid excuses. No, that
Yeah.
was just excuse. And also there are some issues going on in Pakistan cricket. I got like there was news going on that Man Ali Aga will be appointed as captain for the New Zealand tour.
Yeah, and Babar Azam, Shaheen Afridi, and Nazim Shah, all three will not be playing, I guess, because yeah, all three have been consistently out of form, so they are trying some experimentation, I think.
Okay. So like various statement like different changes are happening in different teams. And what if India gets is not able to make to the finals? Will there be some changes in India also in Indian team?
I think if India doesn't make it to the finals, means I think Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli, their places are also questionable.
Virat
But
Kohli
Yes, Virat Kohli has scored a century against Pakistan, but before this, he has also not been struggling for form, isn't it? And as we know, even they are also in the last stages of the career now. So we don't know the future actually. We need to see.
I want to see India in the final because again they'll take those decisions which are not required. Like the decisions which they take, the BCCI took after the Australian tour that were really not required.
Yeah, yeah, that's
See all
correct.
that entire documents. Now they will again take some kind of knee-jerk reactions which are not required, and they'll not take the decisions which are required.
Yeah, that's true actually.
Yeah, so actually we reviewed today Afghanistan versus Australia. Actually, it was rate-affected encounter, so there was not much to discuss. But now the interesting thing is that
Even if
Australia.
even if the rain hadn't washed it out, Australia were winning comfortably. But yeah, Afghanistan still could have fought back actually. Even that possibility was also there. But we'll see.
Yeah, but the bottom line is Australia are now into the semi-finals,
Yes.
and that's
And today, most likely, South Africa will win and qualify in the top spot.
hmm. Now the only question remains who plays to whom in the semi-final.
Yeah, yeah, that is the only question actually. And that will get decided today and tomorrow because if today South Africa wins and tomorrow India wins, then blockbuster semi-finals on our hands. India versus Australia, South Africa versus New Zealand.
Hmm. And now again, even now, if India plays Australia, again the spin bowling, like Short is bowling, Travis Head is bowling, Maxwell is bowling, and Zampa bowling. Then it will again become difficult for India in those Dubai pitches. And even in the final, if India gets, we all know the spin trio, Bresswell, Phillips, and Santner.
But
So now,
wait, Karo, we need to take it one step at a time. Beating Australia is not easy in a knockouts.
no, I'm just telling the road ahead is not very, very difficult. It's very difficult. India has to beat like either Australia, South Africa, either of the two teams from them, and that will not be easy.
Yeah, it won't be. I mean, beating South Africa also is somewhat doable, but beating
No, no,
Australia,
even
yeah.
even South Africa, the batting lineup is superb. India has not chased
Even
three.
if South Africa have 11 quality players, still no one is going to believe in them because they never win anything.
That is another issue. That is another issue. They knock out the things, do like they do something unexpected things in the knockout matches. But now it is actually now living up to the name, the Champions Trophy. Actually, there are four champion teams now.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Actually. And even Afghanistan knocking out England, they are also a champion team. That's why a
Hmm.
champion team knocked out another champion team, which is also
Definitely.
a commendable achievement actually. Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess we discussed all the things here, and now it's all depends on who plays to whom in the semi-final. So
Yeah.
let's see. Anirudh has made prediction that he's expecting Australia versus South Africa, a Group B
Yeah.
final. I'm saying India versus still going on with India versus.
I'm happy if it is wrong also, but I'm just giving my prediction here.
Yeah, so you are in a win-win situation. Whatever happens, you will enjoy the Champions Trophy.
No, my top four prediction has already come true actually. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that I got it. But whether Australia and South Africa will make it to the finals, I don't know. India can also make it. That is also good only if even if India makes it. But just I'm giving. I feel like I don't know. Like every time India plays Australia in the semi-final, Australia is having the edge because as recently as November 19th of 2023, India has been having problems against Australia in the knockouts. So I don't know whether India. It will be a good match. India also has winning capabilities, but I feel somewhere Australia they are too strong. I think for India.
Yeah. So I guess that's all what we have got for today. And we like today's match of England versus South Africa. Like if South Africa wants to retain number one position, they need to win because then it will be all because it can happen that
No, no. Most importantly, because the second semi-final might get washed out, and if it
exactly.
gets washed out, yeah,
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. It can happen then the points table will come into picture.
yeah. And definitely, I don't want India to play South Africa in the semi-final. But personally, I don't want that to happen because it will be too tough to handle. So better if because I'm not kidding, but I'm also wanting South Africa to win something for a long time. They keep disappointing me every time. And if they are going
Mm,
to play India, means I can't support. I can support neither of them. I will land in that kind of situation. So it's better if South Africa avoid playing India in the semi-final. So I
yeah,
just
so
hope South Africa wins today and India wins tomorrow, so that India and Australia will play, South Africa and New Zealand will play, and that will be a good semi-finals to watch actually if that happens.
exactly. So now shall we wrap this up? And
Yeah.
so yeah, thank you guys again for coming and seeing our video. Keep liking, sharing, and subscribing to our channel, and please comment. Now, once the Champions Trophy gets over, we'll all be starting another new series. We'll definitely reveal that. Till then, please uh, supporting us. So, any other thing, Anirudh, you would like to tell to our viewers?
Keep watching our videos. Also, add some. We would also want to know your views also on how this Champions Trophy is going and which teams are playing well, which teams are not playing well. Like, what are the areas of improvement? Like, we would also want to hear from all of you. So, do share your comments also in the comment section and keep subscribing and. We'll be back again tomorrow to review the England versus South Africa match. So until next time, take care, guys. Cheers and goodbye.
Goodbye, guys.